All right, guys. It is the next day. Super frustrated with myself. So all day I was like, cool, I'm gonna get off work. I'm gonna stop at Lowe's. I'm gonna grab a piece of wood that I can cut up to like brace that upper cabinet where the microwave mounts, and came straight home from work. Completely forgot. This backsplash, let's talk about this. This backsplash that I painted over, and yesterday decided I'm gonna order another pack to just peel this wall off and redo it. They emailed me back. They said they don't plan on restocking this. So now I have two options, both of which suck ass. One just costs a little bit less. Option one, I keep this here. Oh, cool, it does discolor it. Great, yeah. Why wouldn't it? So I was like, you know what? Let me use this lacquer thinner. And I was like, cool, the paint wipes right off. It discolors it, as you can see. Turns it like a yellowish green color. So that's kind of out of the question. I can find some cleaner to clean the paint off, which is going to be tedious and annoying. And especially over here, there's drips. Those actually peel right off pretty easy though, because it is latex paint. So, option number one, cost me $0. I use the pack I have now. I finish that corner, you know, and all the top up there, and then I finish over here. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm looking at because I got my camera backwards. And then I finish over here. And then call it done with the backsplash, except obviously I'm going to have to figure out some sort of trim to go, you know, from the bottom, like from the back right here, just like some 1-inch like square trim or something like that, molding to cover that gap and the crookedness, which is still going to show because you're going to see the lines of the tile at different lengths. Or I peel this stuff off, all of it, like not just one wall, all of it, and I go with a different Amazon seller. Well, actually, I'd probably go with the same brand because I've tried it and I like it. And then I buy, I think 4 packs right off the bat, maybe 5. And I've priced them out, ones that are nearly identical. Literally, it pisses me off because like they did it so they wouldn't be compatible with each other. These tiles, I don't remember the exact dimensions, but it's like 3.7 inches by like 1.8. And that's a 12 by 12 sheet. The ones that look almost identical, like literally if I held them side by side, like but with a little bit of a space between them, you'd be like, that's the exact same thing. No. Those ones are 12 by 13. And each tile is like 3.8 by like 1.9 inches. So like 1/10 of an inch bigger all around. So obviously it wouldn't match. It wouldn't work. So unfortunately it looks like I spent, and see, that's where I'm kind of torn too. Because it's like, well, you know, let me just finish this and just see, you know, how bad it looks. But the thing is, I have that new pack that's unopened. That's like $44. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do I just agree to lose out on the $44 or whatever for this pack and, you know, try it? Or do I return that and get $44 back and then, you know, put that towards the like 120 I'm gonna have to spend, which super mad about that. But onto a better note, I went upstairs because I remember when I was tearing my room apart, I'm like, I had a bunch, there was like some scrap wood from like furniture and stuff like that I was taking apart, and shelves. And mine, you know, it's like the particle board stuff, but it's plenty strong enough. So it actually conveniently had these little L brackets too, because wouldn't you know, when I went to Walmart and I was just buying random stuff that I thought might come in handy, I bought straight ones, not gonna work. And I bought corner ones, also not gonna work. I need the ones that are like an L, you know, that are flat, which is like these little ones that I've, you know, got here. Luckily I had 4 of them on there, so that's enough for me to get, you know, bracing. I got here, 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 and here. And then I just drilled, you know, I just ran one screw through over here. These things are in here solid. This board up top is rock solid now. There's no play in it whatsoever. This might not be aesthetically the nicest way to do it. It might not be the proper way to do it. But here's the thing. This microwave was going to go up, or this microwave was up and being supported by just this thin, like, flexible. I mean, you can see right here how thick it is, how thin it is. It's just that, like, cardboard. Like, you know, I can flex it with my finger. So it's super weak. So although this might not be the most ideal or the most proper way, this just increased the strength by 10,000%. You know what I'm saying? Like, the microwave has been up and mounted and it was secure on this. I just, for my own peace of mind, wanted some sort of support. So this one, the bolt will actually be going straight through it. This one, as you can see, it's a little bit offset because of the screw hole. Like, I didn't want to, you know, drill into the corner right here for the screw to go through. So I just put it off to the side just to keep the plug hole, because that's where the plug for the microwave goes. So now basically I have to mount the bracket and start going back together now. This right here is exactly why it takes me forever to get any kind of projects done. Because I sit here and do this. I'm like, all right, cool, let's get the microwave up. Wait, before, should I do this or this? I don't know. And then my mind's just like, shut off. It's like done. A lot of finishing touches to do still, like all the little tedious stuff now. So it's messy. I still need to replace some outlets. I still need to clean a lot. Like, it's not only is there stuff everywhere, like it's super dusty from when I was sanding the wall right here, but like everything's hooked up. Like, I could turn the stove off. If I turn the stove on right now, there's gonna be a fire, but I could turn the stove on, I could use the microwave, I can use the sink. The sink's full of stuff, but it's mind-blowing that this has finally come together. Like, you guys don't even understand. So the tiles ended up looking like really good. Like, obviously there's spots where they're not perfect. You know, there's like gaps, or, you know, you can see like almost some of the grout lines are a little bit thicker. Like right here, I figure we'll have stuff here anyway. So I kind of tried to tilt them back down a little bit without tilting them too much. That would make it noticeable. Just so like it wasn't going higher and higher still. It just, you know, carried that line all the way across. Still, obviously, I don't know. So it actually ended up, I used every single sheet out of the 10 in that pack. So I have some scrap. This is about the biggest piece of scrap I have left, but you know, a bunch of ones that are like half pieces like this. But that 10 pack was like just perfect, you know, the perfect amount to finish it. Yeah, it looks awesome with the stove. Kind of wish I would have, it actually wouldn't have worked out because I needed all of the whole sheets. Whoops. I needed all of the whole sheets I had left to finish this wall. So I guess it wouldn't have worked out anyways. But as you can see, it's like a half tile right there on top instead of being like a full one, which I mean, it would literally only be like maybe a 1/4 inch taller. But I do wish it would have went up a little bit more with that. But that's cool. That matches like the cabinets. You know, it's like the same height all around. It looks good. I'm glad I didn't stop it like under the microwave. I think that would have kind of looked tacky. So coming up with it just gives it like a little bit of a cleaner, classier look, if you ask me. Like you guys probably, I think that was only probably like 2 videos ago maybe. I haven't edited any of this stuff yet, so you know, I don't know what's what. I don't know, it might be the same video if it's that short, but you know, when I had started doing this wall, like I was so frustrated. I'm like, dude, this is stupid. This stuff sucks. I hate working with it. Now I actually enjoy it. Like I don't want to say I enjoy it, but like it's not bad, you know. It sucks when you don't clearance enough at the bottom, and then it sucks when you're trying not to lean on the countertop, you know. That sucked. But if you can use your countertop and you now know, hey, put like a centimeter gap at the bottom or something like that, good. So I will be redoing it for sure. I don't know when. You know, it might be a week from now. It might be, you know, in the middle of the winter. I don't know. But I know it will bug me enough to redo it. But with that being said, I am very happy with it. Super excited. I'm gonna get the blinds back on. I actually want to get new blinds in here too, like something a little bit classier than the $5 Walmart, you know, vertical ones. Or they're not vertical ones, but they're like the cheap $5, you know, Walmart ones. Next thing I want to get done is the lights. So what I'm gonna do is plug them in behind the fridge, and then I can just basically have the wire come through that little gap right there. You'd never even see it. And then, you know, go under here. So these lights are actually really cool. Let me turn these lights off. So it's hard to tell on camera right now, but these have like a daylight and a cool mode. So there's like a cool white, like these lights right here that are on, you see they're like yellowish. That's like a warm, like a sunlight type light. This right here is like a cool blue, like a cool white, which is almost like a crisp hint of blue in there even. So you see like daylight, crispy white, kind of half and half. You can, you know, adjust it like step by step. You know, instead of using the presets, you can go like real yellow with like just a little hint of blue, or, you know, half and half, all blue. And I love when you turn them off, they like fade off and on. I love that. So it's actually kind of pointless because, you know, we're not really ever going to turn them on and off too much, but, you know, they'll probably be on most of the time. But it's going to be nice. We have the little puck lights under here right now. You know, just they're not cheap actually. I mean, they were probably 30 something bucks at like Lowe's, but basically, unless you're going to drill into your wall, they also need to be plugged in. And looking back now, like, what a dumbass. These lights have to be plugged in. And I'm like, oh, cool, I'll plug them in behind the fridge and I can hide the wire. You won't even see it. Why the hell for like 5 years have I had these plugged in? Anyway, so you gotta like wire them yourself, and then you gotta plug them into the wall. So I've got 2 over here, obviously because it's bigger, and then 1 over here. And they're cool, but you can see how spotty the light is. You know, there's over here, you know, there's like a kind of bright beam, and it's not that spotty on camera, but in person it's pretty direct where the light is. And then right here you've got another beam. So, you know, it's kind of like boom, bright in like that one spot. Plus those things get super hot. Like, they're really powerful LEDs in there. So these strips, you know, there's going to be LEDs all along the bottom of the cabinet, so it's going to be nice even lighting. It might not be as bright as these, but at the same time, these aren't to light up the kitchen to see. You know, this is just like ambient lighting. You know, you come in here, we're watching a movie and the house is dark, you know, the cabinets are glowing real nice, you know, it's not super bright. And I'm also thinking about putting another set of these either right here, like under this, you won't see them, but it'll make like the cabinets glow, or down underneath the cabinets, like where that little void is, and it would just kind of make the floor glow. And I think that would be really, really sweet. They're super cheap. They're like 10, 15 bucks, something like that, maybe 20, I don't remember, but basically just peel and stick. So the issue is, I think my original plan was to, you know, go from here to here and then cut them and solder on wire, somehow get that wire to the other cabinets. I was almost going to do like a little channel underneath the, you know, peel and stick, just like almost kind of carve out like just a little tiny channel, because it's really thin wire. And then once you put the peel and stick on, you wouldn't see the wires, and then, you know, it would be over here and the same remote would control it. But obviously I threw the peel and stick up first, plus I thought, I'm like, I don't think like carving out a chunk of drywall to shove some wires in is really up to code, nor would I want to do that kind of, you know, shady work. So I ended up not doing it, and now I'm just kind of like, how do I do it? How do I get it over there? So I think what I might do is just end up ordering a second set and just having, you know, a separate one over here, because the cool part is now I have that outlet up here, so I can use that. I can plug into that, and then, you know, the wire can come over from this side of the microwave, and again, you'd never see it. So that's another option. Like I said, we'll probably rarely ever turn them on or off, and if I really wanted to, I could get one of the smart plugs, and, you know, when we get our like Alexa and stuff like that, I can program the plugs for the kitchen lights, be like, hey Alexa, turn the kitchen lights on, you know, turn the cabinet lights on, and then both ones will turn on. So there's that option. That'll just come, you know, in due time, I guess. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. So now it's gonna be clean up. I want to cook dinner tonight. Like, I want to make, I think, if not tonight, then definitely tomorrow. But I want to do dishes. I want to get, you know, the counter populated again, have some stuff on it. I want to clean this mess, you know, get our table usable again, get the ladder out of here, get, you know, all the trash out of here, all the tools. So that's not, that is now's project. I'm going to do these lights real quick and then figure that, wow, God, these are so bright. Actually, I'm going to pull the old lights off and then do the lights and then clean. Alright guys, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. The final kind of reveal, I guess. It's weird doing a video like this again because it's been like 2 months since I've recorded any kitchen stuff, so you guys are seeing, it's not fully finished. If you guys follow my channel, first off, thank you. If you're new here, go ahead and check out my stuff. But if you've caught in some of my vlogs when I've talked about this, I'm like, you know, it's not 100% done. There's a few things we want to change, a couple issues, but it's like 90% done, you know what I mean? Like, it's completely usable. You know, we've been using it for the last couple months, you know, love it. It's awesome compared to what it was. So I'm gonna put the before right here so you guys can remember what it looked like or whatever. The brown cabinets, tan walls, that ugly like 4-inch backsplash thing on the back of the countertop. Yeah, and now you can see what it looks like now. So here we go. God, I need to fix this creaking floor over here. And there it is. So let's talk about issues. We did, or I did, the peel and stick Amazon Backsplash subway tile. They're like mini subway tiles. Loved them. They went on phenomenally. It was fairly easy to line them up. I had a couple small spots where like I just couldn't get them to line up perfect, but I think that was just me. And I was trying not to lean on the counter and stuff. That was a long story because the counter wasn't dry yet. But the stuff cut wonderfully. Like, it has a great texture. It's thick. It seemed like it was foolproof. You know, and the stuff was pretty expensive. It was like, if I remember correctly, about $50 for 10 sheets of it, which only did like one wall, kind of. So let's just zoom into it. I applied this exactly how the directions stated, and just look how terrible it's coming out. And you might think, well, you know, and like there's minor things you'll notice too, like this switch plate isn't done yet because I want to actually bring it out because the switches are kind of recessed from this stuff being so thick. So little stuff like that you'll notice, but it doesn't stick worth a dang. Like, we will, in the months that this has been up, like the 2 months, I have tried to re-adhere it to the wall. I have applied heat. I have pushed. I have rubbed. It will not stick. So, like, I just pushed this one here. This one will stick maybe for a day or two. And then it just curls right back up again. Just like all this. Like, it's peeling right at the edges. And it even, like, on the reviews, I saw a couple people say this stuff starts to peel. And I was like, nah, you know, they probably didn't do it right. You know, in the instructions it states, you know, it's got to be a clean prep surface, you know, use like a heat gun or something like that to heat it up and it'll stick even better. I tried everything, so I'll get into that. But here's the thing. This is sticking to the overlap. Like this right here, like this is one sheet. So like this tile right here is an overlap from this one, sticking on the overlap from this. So it's sticking to itself and it still peels up. Hopefully that makes sense the way I said it, but like it doesn't even stick to itself, which should be the most ideal surface. And you see all the edges, they just, I mean, literally just peel right up. So it looks horrible. It's got to all come off. It's like everywhere too. Like there's probably maybe 3 or 4 sheets out of this whole thing that isn't peeling up, which sucks. And then I tried to clean it with some cleaner and my green rag like stained it. So it's kind of a porous surface, so that's a bummer. But you see like right here, just peels. And this side doesn't even really re-stick. So surface-wise, it tells you, to be honest, I don't even remember because it's been like 2 months. But all the surfaces I've tried it on, I've had painted, I've had raw drywall, I've had spackle, I've had old paint, I've had new paint, I've had just like the plain drywall and stuff. And for the most part, it doesn't stick on anything. This wall seems to have the best adhesion, like the least amount peeling up, but it's still peeling up. I just think it's harder to see because, you know, this is like the busiest area of the kitchen, you know, with the most stuff on the counter. So that's super frustrating. Still gotta get like some blinds up here. We've got the black ones from before, but they were just some cheap, you know, $5 ones from Walmart. So we're going to get like a nice curtain rod and you know, get something that looked a little bit nicer and new. Microwave, awesome. Arguably one of our favorite parts because it freed up so much counter space. And granted, we're not really doing a lot with that counter space, but not having a microwave taking up that whole corner, because it literally took up like from here to here and like out to here. So none of this was really usable down here. Just took up a ton of space. So having it over the stove is awesome. It literally, like, it just fits so perfect. There's so much room still. The microwave's not too tall, you know, so it's like right there at eye level. Like, I've been like my mom's house. She has that little like low profile one, and like the bottom of it is like up here. So like you're getting food in and out of this thing, and like I'm like 5'10". I'm not tall, but I'm not short, and I'm like, ugh, so you can't even see it. So I don't like that at all. Ideally, I would like it a few inches taller just to give us more room for that stupid switch, but again, that's something super minor. You know, the switch still works perfectly fine. You know, it is what it is. Cabinets, everything is holding up very great. These things came out so good, and I'm so happy with them. You can't see like any of the blemishes I might have pointed out before. Like, I don't even remember where they're at. You know, it's just, these are just now white cabinets to us. You know, I'm not worried about being super careful around them. The paint, it dried really hard. It looks awesome. They're super durable. Like, I've bumped pots and pans into them and stuff, and there's like no scratches. Dogs have jumped up a couple times, you know, like standing like right here with their paws and stuff, and it doesn't scratch it. So that's awesome. What else? Countertops. We went with the Sherwin-Williams Emerald Urethane. Same stuff we went with for the cabinets, but this is obviously black. This is kind of like a satin finish, so like there's obviously a gloss, as you can see, but it's fairly matte as well. As you can imagine, they get dirty quick. You see every little mark, like got a scratcher. Really, very surprised. These have been very durable. The scratches and stuff like this that you see happened like literally, this happened from when I was putting this stuff on, because I was like, I even had a rag down, but I was leaning, you know, something like this, and like trying to push this stuff on and get like that. So unfortunately that happened early. This scratch happened like the day we literally started putting stuff back in the cabinets, which was still like day 2 or 3 after it being painted. So it was still soft. They're definitely fully cured by now. We're not getting any more marks on them, which is very surprising. We really like them. It's just the black gets so dirty so easy. So the issue is with that countertop, I don't know. With that countertop paint kit, there was the sponge colors that you do. Like, you sponge the different colors on, and it gives the counter more of like a kind of like a granite imitation look. And we really love the solid black because it just, we like it simple. Like, you got the plain white cabinets, black hardware, black countertops, you know, like it works really good together. The countertops aren't like overpowering. The reason that countertops have all those designs is literally to hide like dirtiness. And I don't mean dirtiness, but I mean literally pet hair or dust or crumbs, you know, salt if you use a salt shaker, sugar if you put sugar on stuff. It gets everywhere, and with a black countertop, you see it so brightly because it just sticks out so bad. We love it, but we are going to actually just replace this top layer. So these are laminate, I think? I don't know. Laminate countertops or whatever. It's just like the cheap wood with that like plastic layer on top. So what you can do is you can buy that plastic layer and literally just take this off or go right over it. And you just basically glue it on and cut it to fit. And then you got new countertops essentially. So we're going to do that. We're going to go with a black again, but it's going to be a black with designs on it like a normal countertop. So everything doesn't show so crazy bad. Also, even though this paint has been very durable, the regular countertops, laminate countertops, are so much more resistant to heat and scratching and, you know, chemicals to clean with and stuff like that. So I would not recommend painting your countertops. For a quick fix, you know, if you're doing like a fix and flip or something like that, go for it. But for longevity, you're gonna have to redo it. I envision us, if we keep this, that we would probably have to redo it within a year or two, which isn't bad, but it's not something I want to do again. But yeah, what else? The sink. So, don't mind our breakfast stuff in there. That's dirty pans, but love the deep sink. I still haven't done the drain thing yet. If you guys remember, it drains kind of slow, which is aggravating, but this sink shoots out so hard that when we use it, we literally probably have it on like half power, and you can see it, the drain keeps up just fine. So that hasn't been on the top of my list. I've been working a ton lately. Like, I haven't been just sitting around. I've been working a ton. We've been back on 7 days a week. I'm on Christmas break right now, and I've been working on my other car, doing a whole rear axle swap. So I've been super busy. Haven't really had a lot of free time. But that is still something I need to get done, is putting that. It's just a little valve that goes down there, and it like lets air in, kind of like a vent, I guess. And that will completely fix that. But this sink, this faucet, not the sink. Sink is amazing. Still got to clean the caulk up. This faucet, let me get down here. So if you look, there's literally only a couple inches between the top of the faucet and the sink, which doesn't seem weird until you had like our old sink, for instance, though, was like this. It was like 4 or 5 inches taller. So this one being down here, like you don't really have that much clearance. And on camera, I know it looks kind of dumb because it looks like there's plenty, which there is, but we like something taller. So kind of want to replace the sink already. Like, if I could just buy something to literally make this sit like up here, that would be perfect. And then still be able to pull it down and stuff. But this being down here, like, you gotta, for me personally, I have to like hunch down, and I don't like that. But the sink itself is awesome. The faucet itself is awesome. It looks amazing. It seems to be super durable. When it gets dirty, it literally just wipes clean. One thing I kind of want to do is get like some kind of matching knobs to put like on the Lazy Susans. I kind of feel like this area is just kind of dull because there's all these cabinets, but only these two have handles on them. These are fake, so I didn't put handles on them. Plus, I figured, you know, when I'm standing here doing dishes, like, you're leaning right on this. I feel like that handle sticking out would, you know, jab into my stomach or lower area. But yeah, that's about it for the kitchen. Still love the blue and the gray contrast. Like, I don't know why these colors just like look so cool together. Just like on this wall, you know, you got the gray and then the blue. Oh, the floor. So still got the original, not original, but the floor that was in here when we bought the house. I do have a few spots of paint on there. I haven't worried about cleaning up yet. This tile that they did in the house, like, it's in our bathrooms, it's in the kitchen and our utility room. It's just that peel and stick tile or whatever. I've never done flooring, but I kind of want to try some of the, like, the gray wood planks. I like those big, like, 6-inch by like 2-foot wood planks. I would like to love to do a floor like that in here. So that is going to happen probably, I don't know, later in the year when it starts warming up a little bit outside, because it's just freezing. I can't imagine that stuff adhering very well when the floor is cold. But yeah, that is going to wrap up the kitchen videos for now. So guys, as we change like the last few things, like I said, putting trim on, changing this stuff, changing the floor, those are just gonna be like my regular vlog videos. You know, I'm not gonna make one video just putting trim on and stuff like that. You know, the kitchen's done. But I kind of think we're gonna change the design we went with on the subway tiles. I really like, I don't know the name of it, so I'll put a picture of it right here. But it's got like all the different little like smaller rectangular, almost looks like kind of glass. And it's got different colors. I think we might go with something like that, but I'm definitely going to find one that has all perfect reviews and no problems with adhesion, because I'm not doing this a third time. I'm already out almost $200 for all this stupid tile, and I literally have to peel it and throw it away. As for the kitchen remodel series, it's pretty much done. So appreciate all your guys' love and support through the videos. I know they weren't the most popular stuff, so of course this is my vlog channel, but my vlog channels mostly take place at home. This is home, so figured I'd share it with everybody. And then people who don't watch my vlog, you know, if they want to kind of do like a budget remodel or something, it'll maybe help them out. So yeah, now we gotta focus on cleaning this house because it is so messy from Christmas still. But all right guys, I will see you next time. So I actually found this picture digging through some old stuff I had. This is what our kitchen looked like before we bought our house. Before, like I said, if you guys watch my videos, the house was like abandoned. It was foreclosed on, and it sat empty for like, I think it was 5 or 6 years, our neighbor said. And this is what the kitchen looked like before we bought it, which is so horrible. That style, man. Oh, much better now.